What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In this one, we're going to go over and talk about the Season 3 Reloaded DLC weapons. We actually have quite a few that are going to be coming out. The good news is quite a few of them are coming in from past Call of Duty titles, so you may be familiar with them, and some of them you may have wanted to see added into the game. So that's what we're going to go over and talk about in today's video. If you guys find the video helpful or informative at any point, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. A quick reminder, be sure to check out yesterday's video. We went over all the upcoming events, challenges, camo rewards, upcoming operator skins, pretty much all the new content that's going to be coming in for the Reloaded update. If you missed the video talking about the veterans event, the high voltage LTM, and all that good stuff, be sure to check out that video. I'll have it linked down in the description. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to a brand new member of the channel, Michael Holyoke. I'm sorry if I say your last name wrong, but if you guys want to support the channel, memberships are now live with special perks, and I'll have that link down in the description as well. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's get into it. The very first weapon that we have is going to be the BAL-27 AR. This one's pretty obvious. They teased it before. We have photos of it. This is the photo that they did provide of the weapon. It's going to be unlockable through the classified battle pass sector. You don't need to own the battle pass. This classified sector is going to open up. There's going to be around 5 different challenges that you will need to complete, meaning that there will also be additional rewards, not just including this one. Sometimes we've seen camos, sometimes we've seen weapon blueprints. We've even seen aftermarket parts added sometimes with these updates, so it's just completely random what we're going to get. But as long as you complete the challenges, which are available multiplayer, Warzone, and zombies, they're usually going to be associated with the weapon. In this case, it's going to be an AR. It's probably going to ask you to get eliminations, headshots with an AR. It's going to ask you to get sliding kills with an AR. Things like that, maybe triple kills with it. And then once you complete all the challenges, the BAL-27 will be available for you to unlock. Now, if you're lazy like me and you don't want to do these challenges, if you have a friend that's a tryhard and already got them done by the time you loaded up the game, you guys just need to load up zombies. He could drop you the weapon there. You can exfil with it, and you don't need to do any of the challenges at all. That's probably the fastest way that you can get it done. You could still do the other challenges and get the other rewards, and that's going to be available throughout the entirety of the Reloaded update. So you can take your time doing those, but at least you'll get the BAL-27 within the first couple hours. Now, more importantly, let's talk about the new feature with the BAL-27, the stats, and how this will impact the meta. They mentioned right here the top loading BAL-27 AR offers quick reloads and a unique firing mechanism whereby the initial first 4 shots favor accuracy before the weapon kicks into a higher rate of fire to finish the job and bring down your target fast. Pump the trigger at a greater distance to benefit from the improved accuracy of its first shots, or you can hold down the trigger to spray enemies up close. And this is something that you definitely need to take note of. It's going to impact the meta. Pretty sure we already have an aftermarket part that does that for one of the battle rifles. I forgot its name, but as you shoot it and hold down the trigger, start shooting faster and faster. That's what it's going to work like in the base version of the BAL-27, and maybe with other attachments and things like that, you can also improve the accuracy after those first 4 shots. But what are your thoughts and opinions on this? Do you think that this is a good type of style for them to add with this brand new weapon, or should they have just kept it like a regular standard AR where the fire rate is static and doesn't change overall? But anyways, that's just one of the first new weapons coming in. Along with that, they mentioned that there's going to be new weapon camos. The first one is called the Sunset Waves, the Simpler Times, the Electro Torrent, and the Sunnyside weapon camos. These are going to be 4 for multiplayer. There's also going to be another 4 that'll be coming in for zombies. So a total of 8 different camos are going to be coming in for the BAL-27. Unfortunately, we have no idea what they look like. Based on the names, I'm thinking the Sunset Waves and the Sunnyside weapon camos might actually end up being nice looking, but we'll figure that out once it releases. But let's talk about the other weapons that we have. The second weapon that they talk about is called the Jack Patriot, and this is going to be a compatibility for the M16 assault rifle from Modern Warfare 2. And what this will do is convert the M16 into a fully automatic rifle with a heavy ported barrel built to provide superior recoil control and firing aiming stability, meaning that the M16 is no longer going to be burst. It's going to have really good recoil, which they did silently buff in the past to prepare for this weapon or this aftermarket part coming in. So my guess is this might actually be introduced in the meta. Even with MW2 in that life cycle, people were not fans of the M16 just because it was burst. If you miss just one of those shots, it would dramatically decrease the time to kill, and it would just make it an overall terrible weapon to use. I'm guessing based off the list that we're going at, this might be available with the first set of weekly challenges that we get in the mid-season update. So this upcoming Wednesday, this should be the aftermarket part that will be available for us to unlock and use. So in the meantime, if you don't have the M16 because you didn't play MW2, try and get that weapon unlocked so you can get this aftermarket part. But the next thing that we have is going to be called the Jack Wardens. This one is going to be compatible with the Lockwood MK2 Marksman Rifle. And what it actually does, it says become the enemy's biggest nightmares with this AMP, allowing akimbo use of power lever action shotguns, which is basically the model 1887. weapons that we saw from OG Modern Warfare 2. I went ahead and made a concept on what I think it would probably look like if it were added into like the gunsmith area. I know the concept's not the best looking, but I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna look something very similar to this. I remember the Model 1887 was probably one of the most overpowered things that you were able to use in OG MW2. So imagine right now running around and then just using that in Warzone. That's probably going to be able to one-shot players and fully eliminate them. So we'll talk about this one once that comes out. But according to this list, it may end up coming out during week 2 of the Reloaded update. But going on to the next week that we have, which looks like there's only one more weapon blueprint. That's going to be the Jack Atlas kit, meaning that's coming in from Advanced Warfare just from the name. It says converts the AMR9 into an extremely lethal and accurate 5-round burst carbine chambered in 5.56. And that, to me, it just tells you that it's the same old AMR9 that we saw in Advanced Warfare, pretty much coming back. So the original AMR9 was a 5-round burst. It did have really good recoil control. It was actually one of the more overpowered weapons on AW. You can see here from the gameplay, there's like almost little to no recoil. And it was one of those weapons, you hit your burst shots, you'll definitely be able to eliminate players. And that looks like it's going to be coming back. So once again, could have something to do with that meta and could adjust it. So although a lot of them aren't technically new DLC weapons, many of them are going to be completely altering the weapons to make them feel like they're completely brand new. And that's what I like with the aftermarket parts, is they freshen up the weapons and completely change them by simply putting on one attachment. And that's something definitely to look forward to with the mid-season update that's coming out literally this upcoming Wednesday. And then one more thing is for the last and final week that we have, which is going to be week 8, there is going to be a new reward, but it's not going to be an aftermarket part. Apparently it's going to be a new weapon blueprint and camo. So they said please keep an eye out for the Squad Games weapon blueprint and complete all the weekly challenges and you will unlock the Allegiance's weapon camo. My guess from the photo that they provided here, it looks like the weapon blueprint might end up being for the more sniper rifle. Anyways, as soon as the update goes live, we should start getting photos, seeing the weekly challenges beforehand, and getting an idea on what to expect for the remainder of the season. One very important thing is when it comes to the weapons, in the update, they're going to be adding the next set of DLC weapons, putting them in the files to prepare for the next upcoming season, which is going to be 4. We did talk about how the Spaz and the Kar 98K were found in the files in a previous video. If you missed that, I'll have the details for you guys down in the description. You can check out that full video, but we'll know exactly when it's going to be coming out, if it is scheduled for season 4, and if not, we'll figure out which other DLC weapons are scheduled for that update. And we did talk about how there was like a bow and arrow coming in. There was those 2 weapons from past Call of Duty titles. There might be even more. We saw the AMR9 getting updated to the Advanced Warfare, BAL-27 coming in from Advanced Warfare. The Moors also came in from that past season. So there's a lot going on with that, and we'll talk about all that good stuff once that update rolls around. But so far, what are you guys most hyped for when it comes to that Reloaded update? Let me know in the comment section. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. If you found the video helpful or informative, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. But it's been your boy Trizzo, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back on the channel again. Peace.